Hey everybody, it's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you do find that you like my content, why don't you give me a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. But let's talk about this fragrance today. It's called Hot Buttered Rum from Sucreabielle. Now, if you haven't heard about this brand, it's a brand new indie brand. I love to share indie fragrances with y'all, artistic things, things that you probably haven't heard of before. I love to do that in my channel. And this was sent to me for review, so 100% transparency here. But this is a nice fragrance, and we need to talk about it. First off, with the smell, there's three main notes to this one. They say there's bright oranges, spices, and of course rum. Now, when I smelled this, it says hot buttered rum, so I was really expecting a really buttery fragrance, very, buttery, and having that almost oily quality to it, and that signature smell, that fatty smell of butter. I was expecting a lot of that. And I was expecting the rum maybe to be a little bit more boozy. The booziness of this fragrance is a little bit laid back. There is a richness to this. There is a smoothness, but it's not overtly done. This doesn't really lean overtly on the gourmand side, so it's not as buttery as I expected. And the spiciness is more of that, if you know dates or raisins. There's different styles of rum. I was expecting a really spicy rum. But this one is just more of a laid-back, really smooth, more of a dark rum. But it smells really nice. I'm not criticizing the fragrance too much. It's actually a really nice fragrance. If you like boozy fragrances, if you like fragrances that really capture an emotion and a story, this one's really nice. And if you haven't checked out the brand and their website, which I will link down below, no affiliate link or anything like that. This one actually, all of their fragrances really have fun stories behind them, and you can sit back and read a little bit of their stories, and sometimes they're quite entertaining. They give you a good laugh. So a nice fragrance. It has a nice little story behind it. I really enjoy this one more than I thought I was going to. You know, at first, because I had that buttery, I was really focusing on the butter. I don't know why. I really do like the smell of butter. I was focusing on that, and at first I was kind of disappointed, but I really gave this fragrance an honest try and an honest go, and it's really nice. I do have to say that with the spices and with this more of a dark rum kind of quality to it, at times it does remind me of licorice just a little bit. I sometimes am sensitive to the note of licorice, so sometimes I find licorice in fragrances where licorice is hidden, or maybe licorice isn't in this fragrance at all, and it just reminds me a tiny bit of licorice. So it's really nice though. Again, a dark, mellow rum. It does have a little bit of richness to it, but not overtly so, not too much of the butter. And it doesn't smell exactly hot. That was another aspect of this fragrance I was really looking for. There are fragrances that do smell hot. Chamomile tea sometimes does that in fragrances. There are fragrances that have been able to do that. Fan Your Flames by Nichane has a really peppery vibe. It has a heat and a vibrancy to the fragrance. It smells like it smells actually spicy. And of course, there's Journeyman by Amouage with that Szechuan pepper, which is kind of a exotic, unique kind of like pink or red pepper. So, anyways, it's really nice, but it's not as spicy. It's just not as buttery as maybe you would think. But it is a very nice, dark, boozy fragrance. Performance-wise, this brand is really interesting. It gives you it's an oil, so you have to apply it on your skin just like an oil. This is one of their better performing ones, but I don't get monstrous projection out of them. These are oils, and they're made more to last. So I get more of like average projection, but they are unique and they are artistic. So people do pick up on them a little bit more than you might expect. But they usually last on me, like this one, about 6 hours or so, maybe 7. If you're expecting beast mode, this is not your fragrance. If you want something that's artistic and yet wearable, unique and interesting, but yet isn't going to shout for attention and demand attention from people, it's actually a really nice balance. When you walk past somebody, when you have a conversation with somebody, when you're close to somebody, they might be able to smell this on you. This is that style of fragrance. It's not really made to, shout and grab attention in that kind of way. but it definitely is not a skin scent. It's not weak by any means. This is actually a pretty decent performer overall. So compliment factor wise, it's really interesting. Rum isn't a well-known note around here, but people do like the kind of the smell of booziness. This is more of beer country where I'm from. So people thought it was nice and interesting. They did think the licorice aspect was kind of exotic. You know, the buttery quality to me really doesn't come through. And this also is fried food country or territory. So this fragrance doesn't come off exactly rich once again. But it is nice. People thought it was nice and interesting. But if you're around people who are really against boozy qualities and boozy scents, they might think that you had some kind of, you know, dark liquor and accidentally spilled some on you. So be aware of that. I don't know if this is office wear appropriate because of that reason, but it is a really nice fragrance, and I really do like the vibe of it. And I guess I'm a little bit of a rebel. I do like to wear a good boozy fragrance. So really nice fragrance. Overall compliment factor is just okay. It's, you know, a lot of these fragrances are more artistic. They're not made to exactly be big compliment getters, but they are unique. When you find somebody that truly loves one of these indie fragrances like this, you know, it's not just going to be a like, it's going to be a love, and they're going to want to know what it is. So, anyways, the price of these, you can get a 10 mil roll-on for about $30. This is, you know, fairly potent, so, you know, 10 mils. And again, if you're a collector, if you're a fragrance enthusiast, you know, those 10 mils are probably going to last you the rest of your life. So 10 mils of a roll-on, you know, a oil, is definitely a good deal. The price is not bad at all. So very nice fragrance, respectable price, interesting, artistic. If you're an indie lover, you might just want to check this one out. And again, I'm not criticizing it, but if Sucreabielle, if you do want to make it a little bit more rich, a little bit more buttery, hey, I'm all for that. So, but anyways, thank you to the brand for sending this my way. Thank you to the brand for providing this to me and for me, for your generosity and your love and consideration of me as a reviewer. I very much appreciate that. So, anyways, I gotta go, guys, but I do think that this is nice. Let me know in the comment section below if you do love a boozy fragrance, if you love how this fragrance sounds, if you love the sound of the brand. Again, I'm going to link the website down below if you want to check them out. And again, I'm not being critical of this fragrance. I just, you know, I like to evaluate a fragrance a little bit. It's a nice fragrance, no doubt about it. So anyways, wear what you love, my friends. I got to go, but thank you so much for all of your support and your love. And of course, if you do want to support me, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share the video. Peace out, my friends. Wear what you love and rock what you got. And I'll see you next time. And bye.